Welcome back, y'all. We are on part quattro of going through Dr. Stephen Greer's most recent podcast. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and go and watch it on all his platforms. That also has and holds a accompanying PDF with it as well, which you can find on his website, which you can also find that through my link in bio. Yeah. So his podcast episode 16 is on how to avoid winning the battle and losing the war. Now, talking all things, all flex, no facts through the freaking media, trying to reverse that with all facts, no flex. Okay. Because we all know, understand that the media is currently lily-livered, milk-livered, white-livered, no blood, no spine, no backbone. Completely brainwashed and controlled by money and not the betterment of humanity. Greer essentially is emphasizing how we have a grassroots responsibility to counter this narrative and essentially win this war, because it's up to us, guys. Would like to point out that Dr. Stephen Greer has also given all of these warnings and briefed many walks of life within presidencies, within Congress, intelligence community, within all of our law enforcement directly as well. And with the paper, the accompanying PDF of how to avoid winning the battle and losing the war, you can find that in his archive. Essentially, he did need to redact names on that, so you will see that there are blackout portions. One way we can really bypass all of this lily liver media and narrative control from the transnational crime organization down is through the CE5 contact mechanism and protocols that Dr. Stephen Greer has made with extraterrestrials. Essentially, the gist of it is you have to be in a higher state of consciousness connected to oneness to be able to even connect with these extraterrestrials. Consciousness is not limited by space, time, matter, any of that, guys. Consciousness is thought. Thought is everywhere. All mind, non-locality. So once you get into a deep, relaxed, meditative state, you can essentially vector in. You'd have to vector in, just like Google Earth, the extraterrestrials to where you're located for them to come and meet with you in the way that is most safe for them. Because as we know, being on planet Earth here, unfortunately, is not very safe. And so a lot of times what will happen with these ETs, they want to come and build relationships with us. What will happen though is a lot of times they can't come down in the 3D physical front. Most times it has to be like a 5D plus. A higher dimension that they're in, that they can still come through to meet with us. But yeah, so all of that, if you haven't already downloaded the CE5 Contact app, you should do that. I highly recommend just starting to get your feet wet, even if it's for pretend. And you're like, okay, let me just pretend like I'm doing this. Because start getting your feet wet and I want you to start getting comfortable with this, first the idea, and then start practicing it, and then start to get serious about it. Because this is our reality. This is actually the reality we should have been in already, of being like this with our extraterrestrial friends, family members. So, yeah, the good news is, guys, since it's higher states of consciousness, when they come and visit you, if you have any type of lower vibrational consciousness going on, anxiety, fear, depression, what have you, anything of the lower vibrational frequency, they will not come. They'll turn around. the thing about higher states of consciousness is they do have the understanding of respect. They're not going to try to control the narrative, unlike our transnational crime and media, who always likes to control the narrative. They come in peace, which means you also have to be in peace and relaxed, or else they're not coming. They're saying goodbye. We'll come back when things make more sense. So the CE5 stands for Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, for peaceful human-initiated contact via consciousness through meditation practices. And it will essentially allow all of us to bypass all the disclosure from the main media, because we know we're going to see 6-7 we're going to see, oh, I just made contact with these extraterrestrials and they're super nice, and it was actually really fantastic and phenomenal and a beautiful experience, complete opposite of what I've been told and what others are being told by the deceptive media. This is a tool to be used for discernment. And I do recommend doing it together in groups too. A little family event. Well, salutations with our upstairs neighbors. True contact with any extraterrestrial entities, beings, is going to be calm, peaceful, respectful, very beautiful, very enlightening. These are enlightened beings. And they're not fear-based. Should you have any experiences that go south, it's 100% going to be PSYOPs, going to be the transnational crime organization. If you ever have an experience where you call in extraterrestrials and they come and they're aggressive, it's not extraterrestrials. It's stagecraft. I need you guys to really start to internalize this. Stagecraft is fear man-made. Real craft is peaceful, beautiful, enlightening. Two very, very different things. Do not get these two things confused. It should be extremely logical to not get these two things confused. So anytime we have advanced civilizations with higher dimensional consciousness, higher, advanced, not low, they are extremely cooperative and they avoid violence. You guys, again, if they wanted to detonate us, they would have already. They would have already. I'm telling you right now. We're going to get into more of that in separate videos. Another reminder too, when it comes to interdimensional travel, that is an essential part of consciousness and natural to consciousness. Think about any time you've had a lucid dream, whether it be on purpose or by accident. You ever had times or experiences where you were able to connect with someone that you really wanted to connect with across the world? And you don't even know where they live, but you're able to like sit down and have a conversation with them? Astral projection, guys. Lucid dreaming. Being able to catapult from your 3D physical and go anywhere. Keep in mind too that the Transnational Crime Organization is utilizing this lucid dream and the projection of your astral body. They are weaponizing that as well. That's how we're having these staged abductions where the Transnational Crime Organization will essentially extract the astral body from the human, bring them on board to the stagecraft, do whatever, darkness they want to do, and then pop them right back into their body. That human, usually it's a world leader, will wake up absolutely terrified of aliens. And something to mention is these are terrifying experiences, but they are not alien-made. They are man-made terrifying experiences. When we're in a state of oneness, that completely dissolves all fear and manipulation. Not to be confused with lower consciousness here on planet Earth.